Hello, team. My name is Kevin Mullins. I'm a Diamond Elite in Zija International, building a business all over the world, helping and empowering believers from all walks of life to dream bigger, do more, be more, to believe that it's possible for you, as it was possible for me, to put your hand to a business on a daily basis and go create financial independence and freedom for you and your family, changing generations to come based on the things that we do today. I'm just getting back from another tour of Nigeria, working with the wonderful people of that country, with the likes of leaders like Emerald Pius Steve Udowimze, right on down to the many white golds, and I'm always impressed by the resourcefulness and the industrial spirit of the Nigerian community, how that they sort of come together collectively and believe in changing the entire legacy of their entire culture and family. And the fact that I've been a part of that since the time our company launched in your wonderful country gives me just great pride and privilege to be a part of your journey and to serve you as you go choose to build this business. But as we were there in Nigeria recently, many incredible enhancements were made to the Nigeria compensation plan. Many new announcements were made in things that now have been added to the compensation plan. And guys, I've always said that one of the things that will move your business at a rapid pace and create exponential growth is not only the product stories, but it's the ability for people to work this on a part-time basis and match their full-time income, creating positive cash flow in your life on a weekly basis. And we've got a chance to do that not only in this company, but all around the world. And so I want to just sort of go through some of the slides, share with you some of the recent promotions and recent changes for the better of you growing your business in Nigeria. As you well know, we recently launched in that country 8 or 9 months ago. And right out of the gate, we hit the ground running. We found leaders of leaders, Lady Love, Lady Lucy, Lady Ngazi, Pastor Obi, and many other different types of leaders all around the country of Nigeria that bought into our vision. The idea that we could come to your country and, in my humble opinion, not only allow Nigeria to be the largest producing company within our own company, but I believe that Nigeria has got a chance to be the most successful country in the entire world because of their work ethic, their pride, their unusual determination, the fact that we've got a product that's unparalleled and a lucrative compensation plan for those that will go build the business. We've got a chance to change the culture of our entire lives forever. And so it's with great privilege and pride that I come to you talking about some of these new enhancements. One of the things I want to get out of the way right out of the gate is that oftentimes people in different cultures and different cities, states, countries, sometimes people think it's only tough in your area. Guys, building this business is never tough. It's only tough if you're working with the wrong people. I hope you catch that. It's only tough if you're working with the wrong people. But if you choose to start connecting with people of influence, people of credibility, people that are game changers, life changers, the influencers of your communities, you will find yourself in covenant being connected to people that want the same things that you want, and it makes the journey much smoother. Guys, there's a reason why the wealthiest people in the world support the network marketing industry. It's because anybody from any walk of life for a small investment can get in a business for themselves, but not by themselves, create leverage in the marketplace, and produce a sustainable income in a bad economy that's not just here today, but when you stop working the business is still working for you. Now, currently, the network marketing industry, as you see in this chart, right in the middle, is a $167 billion industry. Guys, that's massive. That's bigger than the NFL, bigger than the music industry, bigger than the movie industry. It's a large deal. It's a huge deal. And so we've got a chance at Zija International to not only be a part of a company that's growing at a pace most cannot keep up with, changing the dynamics of people's lives every single day as this paradigm shift in the world seems to be leaving many in the dark. This business is a beacon of light for our families. But look to the left of network marketing and you will see that the organic product industry is a $91 billion industry. Put those two together and you've got more than $250 billion in revenue. And so as you look at this slide here, this chart, recognize that Our company, Zija International, is not just a network marketing company. It's also an organic product company. So you're literally taking part of a company that's spearheading a movement that's changing the entire idea of health and wellness with a product that actually works. I get asked all the time, Kevin, why is your company different? Our product works. It's why we have a high retention rate. It's why we're allowing people to truthfully live a better life. Add an income stream to that. Now we're talking about radically changing people's life. You know, even in the Bible, Jesus said in 3 John chapter 1, verse 2, above all things, I would that you would prosper first, then be in good health. Doesn't do you good to have any money and not have the health to actually enjoy the money, even as your soul prospers. And so as you start contemplating, should I go build this business? I just want you to consider a couple of things. How many times have you ever been able to participate in a movement that's bigger than you, bigger than me, something worth believing in, something that you could go do in a big time way one time, walk away from it, and your family continue to get paid? That's not only what the industry's offering, but that's what this company is offering each and every one of us. Talking about business trends, I've always said that if you're going to make money, you must understand trends, right? There's a real estate trend, stock market trend, pharmaceutical trend. Guys, one of the largest, most successful trends in the world is the home-based business. That's you and I being able to own a business for a fraction of the cost of a traditional business. No overhead, no matching workman's comp, Social Security, no liability, and the ability to create what's called massive distribution. That's what leverage is. It's called duplication. It's the ability for you to build a business and share it with others, and as they grow the business moving product, you get to share in the revenue of that. Look at this, health and wellness revolution, the next trillion-dollar industry. We are leading this charge, and we're asking you to be a part of our journey and to understand what's really at stake. If you believe in business trends, recently Zija International was ranked for the first time ever in Inc. 5000 with a 906% three-year growth rate. Because I don't know many companies that's growing even at 100% or even 50%. Some haven't grown at all in years. A lot of companies lose money before they ever even think about making money. Here in one of the worst economic downturns we have ever seen in our entire life, you got to ask yourself, if what I'm doing is not working and I can participate in the Zija International business, having better health and better wealth, how in the world has this company grown at almost 1,000% in the last 3 years, being currently ranked number 38 in products and services in the country? So are we a big deal? You bet we are. This company doesn't need me, doesn't need you to rewrite the history books. They're already moving at a fast pace. They're just asking us to come be a part of their journey, part of their revolution as they choose to change the world. And guys, we as distributors get to be a part of this. And if you can understand the validity of this particular slide, you can with great pride now go share the information knowing you are at the right place at the right time. The only thing lacking is if we'll do something about it. So let's talk about the general overview of the Nigeria compensation plan. As you well know, there's basically 3 ways to get started. A basic kit allows a person to come in the business, and for $230 they're going to consume 2 cases of Smart Mix. That allows them to start in the system receiving pay as a distributor. There's 2 other ways to join, starter and builder. The starter kit's $460. The builder kit's $920. I always say that it doesn't matter where you are currently financially. Whatever you can afford is the one you pick. But if you can choose which one you want to do, always pick the one that will give you the most revenue in the shortest amount of time. And the best business decision for anybody to make, even in Nigeria, if you have the extra income, you should join at Builder, which is worth 600 volume. It costs you $920. And guys, that'll allow you to receive an extra 5% in your weekly income for 6 months. So instead of just receiving 10% in your income, which is what the basic system would give you, you can receive an extra 5% at the builder level. And guys, we don't pay monthly, we don't pay bi-weekly, we pay every single week, depositing that money in U.S. currency into Nigeria bank accounts. It's then converted into Naira. So you need to, first of all, wrap your head around the fact that we are paying everybody in Nigeria in U.S. dollars, even though they might be paying the equivalent to U.S. dollars to get started in the business. We're going to show you why this is a big deal in here in just a minute, when just bringing in a couple of people can oftentimes match the entire monthly income of a Nigeria citizen getting paid in Naira. So once again, it doesn't matter which one you can pick. Pick the one you can afford. You will fill out an enrollment form. People in Nigeria actually get put in the system for free, but you will not become an active distributor until you go find what's called a DAW, a D-O-W. A DAW is a person in your local market that is buying the product. You might want to ask the person that shared this with you how you can become a DAW. If you choose to step up and be be an incredible leader of your local community, so that the distributors can come to you and purchase their product as well. It's just another way to make money within our compensation plan as it relates to Nigeria. So you fill out the form, get put in the system. You'll then go buy your product from the local DAO, depending on which kit you choose, and that will make you an active distributor. Once again, basic system, starter system, builder system. As you can see, starter system and builder system not only adds more money in the compensation plan, but you're actually getting way more product as well. So we're not just charging you more, we're actually giving you something of substantial value for the amount of money that you're actually paying. You must also come in the system and eventually start building two legs. Guys, we work in what's called a binary compensation plan. Our binary compensation plan is a hybrid binary. What we mean by that is there's a unilevel aspect of it for personal enrollment. You can also eventually make money on both legs. We also do not flush the volume that's in what's called the power leg or strong leg, allowing you to eventually to make money on all of your efforts. So in a binary compensation plan, you'll be really one of two things here: active 75 or active 150. I'm going to show you the concept of both, and also talk to you on why you should be active 150. Active 150 just simply means your auto ship, which is the product you must consume on a monthly basis, whether to take for oneself or whether to sell locally. Active 150 is 150 volume. It's roughly right at $200 worth of product. We're talking about $6 a day in order for you to be much healthier, aiding in the prevention and treatment of things such as diabetes, cancer, leukemia, right on down to lowering cholesterol, to losing weight without dieting and without having to go to the gym every single day, simply consuming an incredible product. So it's not only affordable, but because of the compensation plan, it's a very incredible business as it relates to making money, when you consider that no matter how much money you make here on a weekly basis, all you have ever got to be is active 75 volume or active 150 volume. I highly recommend that if you're business-minded and you're seriously considering making money, radically changing your life as it relates to finances, you must be an active 150 to maximize all of the money in the compensation plan. Many different ways to get paid here, including one way that we just added to the Nigeria market. We won't have time to cover all of the ways to get paid. You'll just start getting checks and sometimes not even know where it's coming from. But if you'll go pour your time into other people, you know, Robert Kiyosaki said it best, the author of Rich Dad, Poor Dad. Poor people or poverty-minded people, when needing extra money, are always looking for the next deal, always looking for another job, always looking for to hustle one more dollar or to work one more hour. The wealthiest people in the world are not looking to work more hours. They're looking for a way to serve more people. You know, the Apostle Paul said this best in the book of 1 Corinthians chapter 10 and 24 when he said, "Let no man seek his own, but let every man seek another's wealth." What the Apostle Paul was telling the Corinthian church there was that the gateway secret to creating financial independence and wealth is for you to find something where you can serve more people. The Apostle Paul was saying, let no man seek his own wealth. In other words, selfishly, we do everything every single day because the bottom line is we need. But in this industry, it's a pay-it-forward system, and it invokes kingdom principles, meaning if I can help someone else create wealth, if I can help someone else build a business and financial stability, then the indirect result of them succeeding means that I also get to succeed. So we're going to talk about being Active 150, how that you can earn multiples of money. Notice in the very bottom of this, it says first order bonus. It says up to 200 in each leg. You also, in Nigeria, recently that it's been changed, only have to enroll one distributor. Everywhere else in the world, you've got to enroll 2 distributors to even get a check in the compensation plan. In Nigeria, if you just enroll one person, we will pay you the first order bonus, which is basically 20% of whatever the volume is worth, depending on which kit the person you signed up picked. Now, you do need to have 2 active distributors in order to start participating in the weekly team commissions, which is the percentage of revenue you're earning off of the volume that's being produced by your collective group. So I'm going to go over what the comp plan currently looks like. We're also going to talk about a promotion that's just been launched for period 73 and period 74 that has basically doubled the enrollment builder bonus. Now, if you're just active 75, imagine if this was Steve and he come in and he brought in his first 2 distributors at that lowest $230 just basic kit. We will once again pay you for every person you enroll. Now, I'm only showing 2. You could put in 20. But every person you enroll, the first check, the first commissions you get is 20% FOB, that stands for first order bonus, based on the actual volume of that kit. So a $230 kit is actually worth 150 volume. So for these first 2, 20% of 150 would be 30, 20% of the other 150 would be 30. That's $60 just in the compensation plan. Every 2 you enroll, every 2, the company then gives you what's called an EBB, which stands for Enrollment Builder Bonus. Guys, that is going to allow you to get paid an extra check for every 2 that you enroll in the system. Someone says, Kevin, do I want to be recruiting? Guys, absolutely. McDonald's makes more money than every food chain in the world, not because their food is better, but because they got more stores on earth than any other restaurant chain. We in this business could only enroll 2, and you could make it all the way up to white gold, only having 2 enrolled. Guys, that's a big deal. But I would highly recommend that you get passionate if you believe that we've got a message worth sharing. And I promise you, we got something that fits the need of every household in the entire world. The need for better health, helping people get off their medicine, feel better, more energy, increased activity, the ability to just feel good. And on top of that, the ability to create an extra stream of revenue that can eliminate the pressure, that can get rid of a lot of stress that's in our life because of the finances that we're facing every single day. So it's not only a worthy message, it's a cause worth pitching to every single person you run into. Every 2, we pay you an extra 30 if you're an active 75. Keep that in mind, active 75. Meaning this person, Steve, would have paid basically $90, 14,400 Naira for bringing in his first 2 if he was active 75 and brought them in just at that basic kit. Now, we are currently in period 73 and 74 going to run a promotion where we double the EBB. So it wouldn't just be 30, it would now be 30 plus another 30, it would be 60. And instead of you getting $90 for enrolling your first 2, you would have made actually $120, which is 19,200 Naira. Guys, you and I both know that's a huge paycheck, and we haven't even gotten started here. This is not even you building a team. This is just you coming in the system, finding a couple of people to get started with. May I humbly submit to you that if you've got started recently, that getting these first two are the easiest. You don't need to convince people that they need to be healthy or convince people that they need to make more money. You need to get people to understand this is about value. This is about someone being intelligent enough, financial, smart enough to understand that they've got one shot at being at the very top of your company. When your business begins to grow out, guys, getting someone at the first left and first right should not be that big of a deal. You should get your first two in less than 48 hours. I often get people their first two within 3 or 4 hours of joining, because it's just not that difficult for you to go sit in front of people that you have influence with, share with them your vision, and allow them to understand that participating in your movement will be the best decision that they've ever made. Now, what if you're active 150? When we talked about that earlier, that means your monthly requirement of product in order to maximize the comp plan. You can't get paid on your downlines volume if you're not consuming volume. That's the price of actually having a business. The only difference is that no one's asking you to pay a monthly fee. Whatever we pay, we're actually getting product in return. I want to talk to you about Active 150 because it's the best way for everybody to be. Whatever you do is what your group will do. If you want to change the culture, you want to change the sculpture of your business, if you want to change the spirit, the awareness of your team, you must lead by example. People don't do as you say, people do as you do. If I'm Active 150, imagine in this scenario, had I brought in my first two at that middle range, 460 US dollars, that's worth 300 volume. Okay, so in this particular scenario, notice to the right the enrollment builder bonus for an Active 150, bringing in people that are more than 250 volume. Bringing in people, like if I enroll you at a 230, that's only worth 150 volume. That's not 250. But if I enroll you at that middle one, which is 460, it's 300 volume, so it's way more than 250. I must be Active 150. Now think about this. In this scenario, I brought in my first two, 20% of 300 is 60, 20% of 300 is 60. I have made 170 US dollars for bringing in my first two just at that middle place. We're talking 27,200 Naira. But under the new promotion that we're running, remember we're going to double the enrollment builder bonus in period 73 and 74, so it wouldn't be 50. It would be 50 plus 50, which is 100, meaning instead of you receiving $170, remember, when do we get paid? If you've enrolled one, you can get a paycheck next week. But in this scenario, if you enroll your two, you also get an enrollment builder bonus, but we're going to now double that. So instead of it being $170, it would be $220, and you would have earned 35,200 Naira. This is the ability for you to start jump-starting your business and your life. Getting in position to really go win for your family. Guys, timing is everything in business. Positioning is everything in business. We're just at the grassroots level in Nigeria. We're just now pioneering an entire movement that's taking place in the country that's got roughly 180 million people in it. We've just now begun to barely scratch the surface, but we're starting to put leaders in place. And so one of the things that's important for you to understand as you're communicating the value of this opportunity is that, guys, yes, we've got an unparalleled product that can help people truly create a better lifestyle on Moringa. We're the original Moringa company with a product line completely Moringa infused. But we also have a compensation plan for people that dare up to swim upstream, think different, be different, never settling for less than what God has sovereignly promised you. The Bible says He gives us the power to get and create wealth. We already know what doesn't create wealth. If the direct selling industry does, then we've got to start paying close attention to what Zija International is actually offering us. I will show you one more scenario. If I was Active 150, this same way, I had to be Active 150. Maybe I brought in my first two at the highest place, position-wise, $920. It gives that rep 600 volume. It gives them more money in the compensation plan. Once again, every two that I enroll, I get an enrollment builder bonus. In this scenario, 20% of the 920 kit, which is 600 volume, would pay me out 120 US dollars. So if you put in 2, right, in a week in the business, you would be getting a check the following week. Once the enrollment builder bonus is paid out, you would have made 290 US dollars, which is the equivalent to 46,400 Naira. But remember, we're going to be doubling the enrollment builder bonus for period 73 and 74. So instead of 50, you'd be getting an extra 100. And guys, that's not paid out at the exact same the first order bonus is paid out. So instead of you receiving $290 in commission for your first 2 in this scenario, you'd have received 340 US dollars, which is roughly 54,400 Naira. Life-changing income. Guys, that'll pay off a bill. That'll help you eliminate a lot of pressure in the family. And we've just talked about signing your first 2. Remember, this is network marketing. This is about distribution. This ain't about how good you are. If you're out sowing seed on a daily basis, some falls on hard ground, some on thorny ground, some falls on good ground. And when we start attracting good people into our business that want what we want, see what we see as clearly as we do, guys, all of a sudden the business starts growing with or without your permission, and we start creating weekly checks, not just on the first order bonus, but also receiving team commissions. Now, I've always here in the last 3 or 4 slides just showed you enrolling 2. But what if Steve was active 150? And in this scenario, maybe the first 2 he put in was a 920 kit and a 460 kit. But he didn't just stop at enrolling 2. Maybe he enrolled another 2. 4's not that difficult. We probably all know 4 people that would like to own their own business and be a part of what it is that you're building. Maybe the next 2 is 460 on the left, another 920 on the right. Just on the 20% first order bonus in this scenario, you would have received for the week 410 US dollars, which is roughly 65,600 Naira. Now, don't forget, we're going to also be getting team commissions. So if you've enrolled at least 2 and your business is growing, anything over that 500 volume, we now start paying you either 10% or 15% on weekly team commissions based on how much volume's growing that week. In this scenario, they're both equal. They're both 900 in volume on each side. So if we just take 900 volume and times that times 15%, that'd be another $135 on top of the 410, and this is just the payout on the actual team volume. This is that 15% team commission had I'd come in at that middle level or that highest level, like that 460 or that 920. Combine those together, we've made roughly $545, 87,000 Naira for the entire week. Now, that's just that week. You don't get paid for that the second week, because this group of people 28 days later will go back to their Dow, get their product for their active 75 or their active 150 auto ship, and this same group that they brought with them will do the exact same thing, meaning that whatever you got paid on week 1, you can't do this at the traditional business. You're going to get paid on again 4 weeks later. That's called residual income. That's called getting paid over and over and over for something you did just one time. It's why all wealthy people support the direct selling industry, allowing you to create positive cash flow. But of course, remember, in period 73 and 74, we're going to double the EBB. It wouldn't be 50. It would be an extra 50, making it 100. So our check for the week of this particular scenario wouldn't be $545. It would be $595, which is the equivalent to 95,200 Naira. Making 100,000 Naira basically in a week for going out and bringing in 4 distributors that want the exact same thing you want, and they will do the same thing you do. What? Go find one distributor that wants to be a part of their team, and then go find a second distributor, and as they build 2 legs, they'll sow their time, energy, and effort into their group, and you will collectively get paid on that volume as well. Now, do remember, in a binary compensation plan, that until you reach leadership levels of Emerald and above, we will only pay you the 10% or 15% on the lesser leg. So imagine in this scenario that you're building in Nigeria, maybe you got business in Canada, maybe you've got business in Belgium or Australia or maybe even Malaysia or South America, and all of a sudden as your business begins to unfold, maybe you've got about 18,000 in volume in the left leg. And all of a sudden an absolute rock star joins your right leg and there's 22,000 over there. Now, one leg's always going to probably outproduce the other one. But if you're a business builder, you're going to be putting time into both legs. Nobody should just build one leg. We're building two teams, two legs, and we're competing on a weekly basis. In this scenario, had you only been, say, active 75, active 150, getting the 10%, guys, just for the week, not on first order bonus, just on team commissions, you'd have obviously gotten your paycheck cut to you based on the 18,000 in volume. That would be $1,800 for the week, which is the equivalent to 288,000 naira, not including the first order bonuses and the enrollment builder bonuses. Can you start seeing that if you would go pour some serious time into this business, that as your business unfolds, whatever you do 1 week, 3 or 4 weeks later, you get paid again, and then 4 weeks later paid again? Guys, we're constantly putting something in motion that starts moving at a pace we cannot even keep up. It's kind of like rolling that big old stone uphill. It's hard. Your legs are aching. It's tired. I can't do it. Maybe I'll quit. Then all of a sudden you get that stone, that big old boulder up to the top of the hill. And when it starts rolling down the other side, that's called momentum. And when momentum starts, watch out. You won't be able to stop it. And that's what we're now doing in Nigeria. We're laying the groundwork with a company that when we first come over there, guys, we were just bare essentials. We were just gathering their certificates like the NAVDEC and getting the comp plan in place and trying to find leaders in a warehouse. Today, we are really sending this business into the next level, sending it into the next hemisphere. Guys, the next world, if you will. And who, hearing my voice, will go out there and dare to be different, dare to do something very profound, very even difficult at times, but yet very rewarding for you and your family, your culture, and for your entire area that you live in to rise up and say, if they can do it, I can do it. And so, guys, we've got a chance for you to really change the scope of your entire financial future. One of the things that I am absolutely excited about is the fact that we have never had a car program in Nigeria. But as of this past week, we have now launched the Team Benz promo for the wonderful country of Nigeria and its citizens. Team Benz allows you to go meet a few requirements and now get a weekly per diem, a weekly amount of money that goes towards you paying for the Mercedes that you go buy. Now, Zija doesn't buy it for you. You've got to go get it, but we will now start putting money in your pocket for the car. So here's how it works. In order to get a Mercedes-Benz, you first of all must be gold, okay? And not just be gold, but you must maintain gold for all 4 cycles in one complete period. So, for instance, this is actually cycle 4. Starting Saturday will be cycle 1 of a brand new period. That'll be period 73. If you were to maintain gold cycle 1, then maintain cycle 2, then cycle 3, then cycle 4, at the end of that, you would be qualified as a Mercedes-Benz earner. What that does at the gold level is issue another, I believe, $400. You might want to check your back office, but I believe it's $400. That is paid out to you if you maintain the requirement it takes to get the car. Now, it can get as high as $1,000 a month as you start reaching emerald and diamond and double diamond and triple diamond and black diamond, diamond elite. Obviously, the money gets bigger as your leadership increases. But we're talking about who will be the first person, who will be it, who will be the first person to go out there and dare to take advantage of an incredible company and go start driving a Mercedes-Benz. You can even buy one a few years old. And guys, $300 or $400 a month will pay the monthly payment for you to go drive around in a car paid for by the company and for you to ride up. And instead of handing out a business card, your business card will now be, I drive a black or a silver Mercedes paid for by a company that I put on my work boots, got out there and started sharing the information, living room to living room, home to home, conference center to conference center, all around the world. As you begin to establish your movement, we also want you to have a wonderful car to drive around in. Mercedes represents elegance. It represents luxury. It represents integrity. And so we've picked this car to be a part of your movement. We're very proud to announce this in Nigeria. I want you to recognize that our company has an average weekly commission that amazes me. Even in the U.S. and Canada, don't care where you're talking about. Guys, the average Builder 500 that is hitting that Builder 500 every single week makes on an average $141 a week. The average gold makes an average of $773 a week. You start adding in the exchange rate for Nigeria, $1 equaling roughly 160 naira. That ain't 773 for the month. That's for the week. Times that times 4, and you're talking about more than 3,000 US dollars. We're starting to talk about 400,000 and 500,000 naira, or even millions of naira every single month for just maintaining positions like gold or white gold. If you dare to really take your business to the next level, if you dare to change your mind, start listening to the right tapes, watching the right videos, hanging out with the right people, guys, let me tell you that if you'll change your words, you'll change your destiny. Instead of saying, I can't, I'm trying, I will, one day, almost, rise up and start saying, I can, I will, I did. Recognize your I am state as Moses did in the scripture, that when you start speaking and declaring your new destiny, that you say stuff like, I am redeemed, I am a diamond, I am black diamond, I am a Mercedes-Benz driver and qualifier, I am blessed and highly favored, I am healed, I am forgiven, I am justified, I am wealthy, I am living in a truly abundant life. And when you begin to change your words, all of a sudden your reality begins to reconvene. It begins to reshape and reshift an entire world that will come under subjection to the words you're declaring. Guys, even the scripture says, by your words you'll either be justified or you'll be judged. So we've got a chance to change our vocabulary, change our words. If you want to change your culture, change how you think. Guys, when you allow your mind to start now radiating positive thoughts, it brings your entire being into subjection to a higher authority. And you start seeing the world a little bit differently. And what you'll realize is that instead of saying, it's hard here, Kevin, you don't know about the area I live in, you don't know how the people are. You'll start saying, in the difficult times, even the Lord said that God has prepared me a table in the presence of my enemies. Guys, don't ask for it to be easier. Ask that you would be better. And the better you get at handling crisis and building businesses and creating duplication, you'll then begin to see a revival or a tsunami of financial favor, increase, abundance, and overflow, unlike anything that you've ever experienced before. So once again, we wanted to come to you today and add a small insert on the Nigeria compensation plan as it relates to promotions in period 73 and 74, and talk about, of course, the wonderful team bins being announced in your country. I look forward to seeing each and every one of you again. I'll make my soon return, and I can't wait to hug your neck, shake your hand. Guys, I look forward to seeing you at the top. As Christ said, he come that we may have life, and not any kind of life, but life abundant. My challenge is for you is to never think negative, to always remain positive, to realize that problem solvers are the wealthiest people in the world, and this company, Zija International, allows us to solve two glaring problems that we're all facing: the problem of health and the problem of income. So guys, get out there, dream big, do more, be more. I'll see you at the top. Thanks and God bless.